Hi, hello, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, hi, my name is Melleny. If you'd like to get to know me a little bit better, all my social media links are linked down below in the description bar. As always, I'm super active on Instagram stories just because I have nothing better to do. But today I wanted to quickly pop in and introduce you to today's video, which is my May plan with me. I'm so excited for this May plan with me. I was actually inspired by this image. It is such a gorgeous thing. I have a real big fascination with the one line artwork thing, which is basically where you draw non-stop with one line and then you only pick it up at the end. Obviously I didn't really follow that rule when you watch this video because I'm very perfectionistic after it in terms of that, so but I was inspired by this and I actually did two drawings. I did one in my May plan with me in my bullet journal, and I also did one on my sketchbook because I loved it so very much. It's something that I want to get into. Obviously it won't be constantly perfect because that's something that I have to get used to, but I really like the idea of this continuous line creating this gorgeous image. And yeah, I hope you enjoy this month's video. I've also included in this my university setup, so obviously now because of the virus and everything, I hope that you guys are staying safe. I've had no choice and my university's had no choice but to go online, which is something that I haven't done before, and because of this I'm trying to keep myself accountable because it's quite easy to have your lecturer keep you accountable when you're attending classes and they're going, have you done this yet, or we're going to be doing this next week. And I'm really bad at keeping myself accountable, but having a list like that also helps me to understand what needs to happen in certain weeks because everything is obviously set up on a weekly basis. So I thought I would include that in this video and kind of show you how I've done that. So I'm going to hand you over to the voice note me.
Hi, hello. So right now I'm just quickly showing you all of my previous spreads. This is the spread that I was talking about just a second ago, my university accountability spread, if you will. And I have a lot more information on my English classes than I do on my German classes, as you can see by the pages thus far. Right now I'm just quickly splitting things up into April and May because I did want to show the difference in that. And I'm doing that with this washi tape, which I finally have a use for because I love buying washi tape and seeing it and everything, but I didn't do that. I'm using a different color to actually indicate the difference between my seminar and my lecture series classes. I'm just quickly filling things out and kind of making it easy to understand for myself. I don't know, I'm over explaining it. I'm actually kind of using this template to create blocks and arrows to help me kind of tick things off because, you know, we want to feel accomplished somehow, and this is how I'm doing it, by just having these little blocks that I can color in and stuff like that. I'm using two sets of different pens here. They're both black pens. Obviously one is just a ballpoint and the other one is a felt point, and I'm using the felt point to do the dates and stuff just because it's a lot more bold and easier to see, whereas the ballpoint is a lot more precise and thin. I've also included two spots for my assignments. I do two assignments every quarter for my seminar classes, so I have assignment 1 and assignment 2, and I've kind of made those in bold so that I can actually see when they're due and have them done by that date, and also to see what work needs to happen beforehand. I'm now just checking what homework I have to do or what I've been sent so far for my German. As I said, I actually get my German on a weekly basis, so it's a bit more difficult to plan ahead and see what needs to be done. But at the end of the day, I still, at the start of every week, as I get the email, I kind of pop it in there and I write it out. Whether I do the work or not is a mystery, I have to say. I'm following the exact same format here as I did with the last spread, just to kind of keep it cohesive. Once again, I also split it up into two parts of April and May. For this one, I didn't have a seminar class because it's unnecessary. I just have my lecture course, which is for Die Mauer by Max Annas, in case you are curious. now actually getting started on my May spread here. I'm just showing you the images, the one that I actually first did in my sketchbook, and this one I actually wanted to do a bit different. I wanted there to be a little bit shading underneath the jawline just because that was a point of preference. As you can see, I'm actually lifting the pen a lot, but as I mentioned, it's because I'm a perfectionist, and even though this isn't like a perfect drawing, it's not supposed to be, I'm very adamant in keeping with the template that I have already. It took me so long to draw this because I wanted it to look a very certain way, and I wanted it to be proportionate, because that's something that I really struggled with whilst drawing it, was proportions. And I just colored in the eye because the eye in itself in the picture is colored in. I then saw this like infinity-ish like coffee cup, which I think is very ideal, and I just drew that. I was going to do a whole thing around, but I didn't end up liking it that much, so I'm just getting rid of that, and instead I am doing some more washi tape, and I actually love the way this turned out. I'm also doing a lot of my titles that they flow into each other, so there's no space between content planner. It's just straight up written out. This is my weekly spread. Once again, you can see I was kind of going with the idea of doing this really like infinity coffee thing, but I didn't really like the way it looked, so I just drew the coffee mug, and I decided to continue using the washi tape to do the dates. As always, I split my week up to have like a portion on the side, like a column on the side, to do, read, and do, just so that I can understand what needs to happen during the week, what I want to read during the week, and what is either due that week or the following week.
Watching today's video, please let me know down below if you'd bullet journal and what you chose to do for your May theme, because I always like to find little inspirations around. I'm definitely trying to be a bit more minimalist with my bullet journal. It's something that I really want to do because I like the idea of having a cover page, but I do want to like cut back and not make it too crazy so that I feel the pressure for it to look perfect all the time, because I am a perfectionist. It's the Virgo in me, what can I say? But thank you so very much for watching. I hope to see you in the next one.